Imagine a place, a sea of tents, stretching as far as the eye can see. This is not a vacation campsite, this is an IDP camp, home to millions torn from their homes by conflict and disaster. Life here is harsh. The tents offer little protection from the scorching sun or the biting cold. Privacy is non-existent, sanitation is poor. Disease spreads like wildfire. These camps are a stark reminder of the human cost of war and disaster. Families huddle together, traumatized and uncertain of the future. The air is thick with despair, a heavy silence punctuated by the cries of children. This is the reality for millions of people around the world, forgotten victims of crises they did not create. The statistics are staggering. Over 50 million people are internally displaced. More than half are women and children. They have lost everything, their homes, their livelihoods, their loved ones. They live in constant fear and uncertainty. Their plight is a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. We cannot ignore their suffering, we must act now. Women and children are the most vulnerable in these camps. They face unique challenges. Risks are amplified. They often bear the brunt of caring for their families, collecting water and firewood, cooking meager meals, trying to create some semblance of normalcy for their children. They live with the constant threat of violence and exploitation. They lack access to basic health care. Many give birth in unsanitary conditions. Their children are malnourished and susceptible to disease. Education is a distant dream.
I fear for my daughter's future. She has never known a life outside this camp. What kind of future can she have here?
Her words echo the fears of countless mothers in IDP camps around the world. Their resilience is remarkable. In the face of unimaginable hardship, they find ways to survive, to support each other, to create a sense of community. But they cannot do it alone. They need our help. Every day is a battle against hunger and disease in these camps. Food rations are often insufficient, clean water is scarce, sanitation is inadequate. These conditions are a breeding ground for disease. Children are particularly vulnerable. Malnutrition is rampant. Treatable diseases become deadly. The cries of hungry children and the sight of emaciated bodies are a heart-wrenching testament to the severity of the crisis.
We are not getting enough food. My children are always hungry. I don't know how much longer we can survive like this.
His story is tragically common. Humanitarian organizations are working tirelessly to provide aid. But the needs are overwhelming. Funding is insufficient. Access to camps is often restricted by conflict. More must be done to address this crisis. We cannot turn away from the plight of those living in IDP camps. They are not statistics. They are human beings, mothers, fathers, children. They deserve our compassion and our support. We can all make a difference. Donate to reputable organizations providing aid, raise awareness about the crisis, advocate for policies that support displaced people. Every action, no matter how small, can help alleviate their suffering. Let us remember that these are not just numbers on a page. They are human beings with hopes and dreams. Let us give them a voice. Let us be their hope. The time for action is now.
Together we can bring change. We can be their hope. We can make a difference.